Have you ever had one of those days where your mind just won't quiet down, no matter how hard you try? Like you're bombarded by to-do lists, anxious thoughts, and that nagging feeling you're not living up to your real potential? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In our hyper-distracted world, it's easy to feel stuck or overwhelmed, constantly searching for that elusive edge to perform better, think clearer, or simply find peace of mind. What if the greatest upgrade to your brain wasn't another life hack or fancy gadget, but something far more fundamental? Silence. Yes, silence. That stillness many of us rarely experience because we're always plugged in. Across centuries and continents, ancient wisdom traditions like Zen Buddhism, Hesychasm, and Taoist Zuowang all highlight the remarkable power of quieting the mind. And now, cutting-edge neuroscience is revealing what these traditions have hinted at all along, that strategic moments of deliberate silence might be the missing piece in unlocking a higher level of intelligence. Think of it as a brain upgrade, hidden in plain sight. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how embracing silence can sharpen your focus, boost your creativity, and help you break free from the incessant chatter cluttering your thoughts. We'll dig into the fascinating science behind mental stillness and discover why even short intervals of calm can reduce stress and ignite deeper insights. You'll see how both ancient practices and modern research point to the same groundbreaking idea. True mental clarity and the next evolution of your intelligence lies just beneath the noise. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why silence is so crucial, but you'll also have practical steps to harness its power for real, measurable results in your own life. Make sure you subscribe now so you don't miss any of our future explorations into these life-changing insights. Let's dive straight into the surprising power of silence. Have you ever felt trapped in a relentless stream of thoughts, your mind leaping from one worry to the next with no space to breathe? It's as if a constant hum of mental chatter fills the air, scattering your focus, draining your energy, and keeping you tethered to a loop of overanalysis. In a world of endless notifications and ceaseless demands for our attention, our minds remain busy, but not necessarily engaged. Rather than channeling our awareness toward creation, clarity, or insight, we often become passive observers, caught in the currents of our own unfiltered thinking. Neuroscience offers a lens into this experience through what is known as the default mode network, a system within the brain that activates when we're not consciously directing our attention. It's the backdrop of our mental world, running automatically when we daydream, reflect, or revisit the past. And while this inner space can be a wellspring of creativity and self-awareness, it also has a shadow side. Left unchecked, it fuels cycles of rumination, overthinking, and self-doubt, like an old film reel playing the same worn-out scenes again and again. We all know the weight of this mental static. It shows up when we misplace our keys, not because we're forgetful, but because our attention is divided. It surfaces when we sit down to work, only to find ourselves drowning in a flood of disjointed ideas. The overstimulation of modern life, relentless information streams, social media, and the pressure to always be in the know ensures that our minds are rarely still. And yet, paradoxically, this constant noise prevents us from accessing the very intelligence we seek. It's like trying to hear a whisper of inspiration in a room where everyone is shouting. But the real issue isn't just that we think too much, it's that we rarely pause. We mistake mental busyness for progress, unaware that our minds are often moving in circles rather than moving forward. Yet the moment we recognize this, we unlock something powerful: the ability to step out of the noise and into awareness. The act of consciously disengaging from mental clutter creates space for deeper intuition, for clarity, for solutions that don't emerge through force, but through flow. And this is no new revelation. Throughout history, the world's greatest thinkers, from philosophers to inventors, have understood the power of stillness. Silence is not the absence of thought. It is the clearing of mental space, a return to a state where wisdom can rise effortlessly. When we intentionally quiet the mind, we tap into something far greater than logic alone. An expansive intelligence, a higher knowing, a clarity that cannot exist in the presence of constant internal noise. This is where real breakthroughs happen, not in the frantic grasping for answers, but in the moments of stillness where answers reveal themselves. So let's delve further into the historical wisdom surrounding this practice and uncover why silence has been revered as a pathway to deeper intelligence for countless generations. Long before science gave us terms like the default mode network, ancient civilizations had already uncovered a profound truth. A quiet mind is a powerful mind. The Hesychasm monks of Greece believed that inner stillness opened a direct channel to divine illumination. In Zen temples across Asia, disciples sat in deep meditation, learning to see beyond thoughts into the deeper nature of existence. The Taoists, through the practice of Zuowang, which translates to sitting and forgetting, sought to dissolve mental chatter and merge with the effortless flow of life itself. Though their languages and rituals differed, their message was the same. Silence is not empty. It is full of transformation. Consider Nikola Tesla, one of the most visionary inventors in history. He often described entering a calm, trance-like state where entire inventions appeared in his mind as fully formed blueprints. He may not have spoken of it in spiritual terms, but his experience mirrors that of mystics and monks, those who understood that stepping away from external noise and mental turbulence is what allows true insight to arise. Other great thinkers, Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, and countless Renaissance scholars, also reference solitude and inner stillness as the birthplace of their greatest ideas. It's not a coincidence. Genius is not found in the whirlwind of distractions, but in the spaces between thoughts. This reverence for silence appears across spiritual traditions as well. In Hindu philosophy, the practice of mana, the vow of silence, is seen as a way to purify the mind and access higher states of awareness. In Jewish Kabbalistic teachings, contemplation and quiet are said to unlock hidden layers of wisdom, truths that cannot be grasped through words alone. Whether framed as a means of divine connection or a key to exceptional insight, these traditions all point to the same understanding. Before the mind can access deeper intelligence, the noise must first be tamed. What makes this wisdom even more compelling today is that modern neuroscience is finally catching up. These ancient teachings, once spoken of as mystical, are now being validated through brain scans and studies on neural connectivity. When the mind quiets, certain regions of the brain become less active, while others light up with creativity and deep cognition. Stress levels drop, clarity emerges, and the mind shifts from chaotic processing to heightened awareness. And so, as we navigate a world flooded with distractions, these ancient lessons become more relevant than ever. Silence is not just a pause in the noise of life, it is a gateway to something far greater. And now let's explore how contemporary neuroscience confirms what these masters have always known. When we learn to embrace stillness, we don't just feel more at peace. We unlock a level of intelligence, clarity, and creativity that was always waiting beneath the surface. Modern neuroscience is confirming what sages, mystics, and deep thinkers have always known. Thanks to advanced brain imaging technology, researchers can now observe the profound shifts that occur in the brain when we intentionally quiet the mind. Regions responsible for memory, emotional balance, and creativity all show measurable improvements when we embrace silence. Silence isn't just the absence of noise. It's an active force, a catalyst that moves the brain away from habitual overthinking and into a state of deep awareness, calm focus, and expanded insight. One of the most striking discoveries involves the default mode network, DMN, the brain system that generates self-referential thoughts, mental loops, and daydreaming. Under normal circumstances, the DMN can keep us trapped in repetitive cycles of overanalysis. But when we enter a relaxed, silent state, something remarkable happens. The DMN activity calms down, releasing us from those endless loops of worry and self-doubt. This mental reset can unblock creativity, enhance clarity, and reveal solutions that remain hidden when we're caught in the noise of everyday concerns. Whether we're problem-solving at work or seeking new breakthroughs in a creative pursuit. Consider a fascinating 2015 study published in Brain Structure and Function. Researchers found that mice exposed to 2 hours of silence per day experienced a surge in hippocampal neurogenesis, meaning their brains actually produced new neurons, particularly in regions linked to learning and memory. While humans aren't mice, the implication is intriguing. Silence may play a direct role in brain regeneration, supporting sharper cognition and deeper insight. Other studies echo this, showing that even short periods of intentional stillness lower cortisol levels, enhancing our ability to manage stress and process emotions with greater balance. But there's more. Research suggests that brief moments of silence can actually boost our problem-solving abilities. Because when we step away from relentless mental effort, when we pause, breathe, and allow space, our brains naturally shift from a narrow, task-focused mode to a broader, more expansive perspective. And it's in this relaxed state that breakthrough insights emerge. Some of the most revolutionary ideas in history have surfaced not through forced concentration, but in moments of effortless clarity, often while walking, daydreaming, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation. And while meditation is a well-known tool for accessing this space, you don't have to meditate to experience these benefits. Neuroscience reveals that any deliberate pause, a silent walk, a few deep breaths with your eyes closed, or even just stepping away from a screen, can reset the brain in real time. These small moments of stillness recalibrate the nervous system, improving memory, sharpening focus, and allowing hidden connections to surface in our thinking. Some of the most successful business leaders, artists, and innovators attribute their most groundbreaking ideas to moments of solitude. When they step away from digital noise, constant conversations, and external input, they create a space where original thought can arise. And over time, these conscious pauses shift the brain from reactive mode to reflective mode, making each new challenge feel more manageable, less overwhelming, and more open to creative solutions. And here's the best part. It doesn't take hours of silence to start rewiring the brain. Even just 5 minutes of intentional stillness each morning can create powerful cumulative effects. Research in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire and adapt, shows that even small, repeated practices can reshape the brain's structure over time. Silence isn't a passive luxury. It's an active tool for deeper thinking, emotional balance, and heightened intuition. It's a science-backed method for unlocking new levels of intelligence, problem-solving, and personal growth. If the idea of quieting your mind feels overwhelming, know this: you don't have to master stillness overnight. Just as a river smooths a stone over time, small, consistent moments of silence gradually reshape the way your mind operates. Start where you are. Even 5 minutes of intentional silence can train your brain to settle, allowing your thoughts to rise and fall without needing to control them. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and simply observe. No forcing, no pressure, just presence. Alternatively, try a brief, silent reset after work. Turn off your devices, step outside, and immerse yourself in the present moment. These mini retreats, though simple, serve as daily recalibrations, lowering stress levels and sharpening focus in ways you may not even realize at first. For those seeking a deeper experience, consider a 24-hour digital Sabbath, a modern interpretation of an ancient practice. Put away your phone, step back from the news, and minimize unnecessary conversation. At first, you may find yourself instinctively reaching for distractions. But as the hours unfold, something shifts. You begin to notice how much of your attention is usually pulled outward. And in that realization, a deeper stillness emerges. What was once uncomfortable becomes liberating. This short yet profound disconnection from external noise often sparks unexpected insights and a sense of mental spaciousness that is difficult to find in a world of constant stimulation. Over time, these small moments of silence build into something greater. You may begin to notice subtle yet powerful shifts, a greater sense of emotional balance, an increased ability to handle stress, and a newfound ease in navigating challenges without overthinking. It's much like strength training for the mind. The more you engage in stillness, the stronger your mental clarity becomes. Your intuition sharpens, your presence deepens, and life itself begins to feel less reactive and more intentional. Think back to the moments when your mind felt crowded, restless, spinning in every direction, searching for clarity that never seemed to arrive. That mental noise, that endless loop of thought, may be the only thing standing between you and an entirely new level of intelligence. Silence is not emptiness, it is a doorway. When you make space for even brief moments of stillness, something profound happens. Your mind exhales. It resets, recalibrates, and begins connecting dots that were once scattered beneath layers of distraction. Stress softens, mental fog lifts, Creativity, once buried under noise, rises effortlessly. Insights that once felt out of reach crystallize like flashes of lightning, illuminating solutions, ideas, and realizations that were there all along, just waiting for the silence to reveal them. And so, as you step away from this, I invite you to test this for yourself. Not as a theory, but as an experience. Try a day of reduced screen time. Begin your morning with 5 minutes of intentional stillness. End your evening with a few quiet moments of deep awareness. And then, notice what changes. Do you feel a shift in your thoughts? In your energy? In the way you process the world around you? I'd love to hear what unfolds for you. And if these ideas resonated with you, consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell. When you're ready for more, explore one of the recommended videos appearing on your screen now. Your next breakthrough? It might be just a little silence away.